kind of fun that I've been wanting to do. I am going to take a personality test. Now, originally I was going to take the Myers Briggs Personality test, but then I was like, that shit is $60 and I don't want to pay that. So I'm actually just gonna go to like something similar, and I'm sure you guys have heard of this, where it's like INFT, IMP, whatever, J. I don't even know what it stands for, but I know that I took it once a long time ago, and I've been wanting to retake it, and I thought it would be fun to make a little video out of it. So that is what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna go ahead and take it on my little big tablet. We're gonna go ahead and use this today to see. I want like this test. I want 16personalities.com to tell me who I am, you know, and here is my cat interfering because she said, you just hit the record button. I'm gonna pop in. By the way, the website that we're going to is 16personalities.com. I did glance at it a little while ago, and they are agree and disagree questions. I wish they were multiple choice, which I think would be more fun, but whatever. We're gonna see our personality type. And of course, like I said, it gives you like a prompt, and then you have to say, it'll either be neutral, agree, somewhat agree, strongly agree, disagree, somewhat disagree, strongly disagree. So, okay, let's just get started. So the first one says, you regularly make new friends. Disagree on that one, guys, because I am not opposed to new friends. I just don't actively seek them out. Like, I don't know, I just prefer not to have like a big circle. So it says complex and novel ideas. Let's put this a little bit closer. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. Neutral. I have to go neutral because complex and novel ideas, I fucking have anxiety. I like to know the plan, but then also like sometimes I'll book a random trip and I don't have anything planned for the day, so like it's like spontaneous, but I more or less have a plan still, you know. So we're gonna go neutral. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. I am emotion driven a little bit. So I think this means, right, that I make decisions based on emotion rather than facts. And I would say I agree. I'll go agree. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Oh, guys, I disagree with that. I'm not organized. I'm not dirty, but I am messy. Like, I know where my things are within my mess, but I'm messy. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. It really depends if I know what I'm doing or not in the situation. I will go disagree a little bit because I feel like it would stress me out in most situations. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. I agree with that. No, I will go straight agree because anything with strangers I find daunting. Unfortunately, I'm very introverted. I know that about myself. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. I have to strongly disagree with that because I am such a procrastinator. It's ridiculous. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. I'll go somewhat agree on that one. organizing tools like schedules and lists. I'll go disagree on that one. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. I'll go neutral, because yes and no. It depends on the situation, but with certain things, I think I will get in my head about things. So it says you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Strongly disagree. I don't feel comfortable just walking up to anyone, but I will sometimes, but it's very rare. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations or creative works. I'll disagree on that. I like hearing people's ideas. Okay, you prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. I'll go somewhat agree. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Disagree. I have a schedule every day. Like I don't have a schedule. I have a routine, not a schedule. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Honestly, I kind of agree on that, because even though I have trouble, I guess, meeting new people, I don't really care, like, what impression I've left on them, because I'm just beyond that, I think. Like, I think people, most adults are, right? I don't know. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. I'll go somewhat disagree. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. Neutral. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. I disagree. I believe in white lies here and there, but I am mostly honest for the most part. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. I disagree. I don't really seek out things like that too often. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. I'll go neutral. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. Agree. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. Somewhat disagree, because not for a living, but I have been thinking about the fact that, I've been entertaining the idea that I think that I would be able to write a book. I don't know. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. Somewhat agree. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Somewhat agree. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. I'll go neutral, because in disagreements, I feel like I try to be as unbiased and putting myself in other people's shoes, but I also don't prioritize my own point. Like, I'll stick to my point, but I don't prioritize it. Like, I'm flexible in my opinions. Oh fuck, I chose the wrong one. I would somewhat disagree. Okay, you usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Agree. Your mood can change very quickly. Somewhat agree. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Neutral. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Agree. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. Agree. I like talking about ethical, like ethics and stuff. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Disagree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion is highly Theoretical. Disagree. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Somewhat agree. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Disagree, because I have a consistent work schedule. I don't know. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Somewhat disagree. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. Strongly disagree. Because every person that meets me is like, oh, she's cool, but she's too quiet. And it's not true. I'm just quiet around people I don't fuck with, okay? You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Somewhat disagree. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Somewhat agree. Neutral. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Somewhat disagree. It's like I know what I'm gonna do each day, but it's loose. Like, it's not like rigid. Like, I need to stick to it or I'll die, you know? You rarely feel insecure. Somewhat agree. I feel like for the most part I'm very secure, and it's very, very few times where I'm insecure. You avoid making phone calls. Disagree. I work at a call center. I have to make phone calls all day, every day. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. Disagree. I like, again, branching out. You can easily connect with people you have just met. I actually agree with this. Like, even though I don't seek people out, it's very few times where I don't connect, or that I'm like, oh my god, I fucking hate them, can't talk to them. I don't find it difficult, I just don't like it. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Neutral. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Somewhat agree. Sometimes we all think back, right? You are not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Oh, I agree with this. I strongly agree, because maybe this is dumb, but I feel like we have very little control in a very broad sense of like what the world is like over what happens in the future. I mean, we can control our lives with our choices, but in a broad sense, like politically, I mean, or anything, I don't think we have much control. So yeah, your emotions control you more than you control them. I disagree with that. Somewhat disagree. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than what is the most logical or efficient. I somewhat agree, just because I take people into consideration often, I think. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. I agree with that. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. I disagree. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I agree. You believe that pondering abstract to philosophical questions is a waste of time. Somewhat disagree. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. Disagree. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Somewhat agree. I usually go with my gut, you know what I mean? You often feel overwhelmed. Somewhat disagree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Somewhat disagree. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather rather than follow concrete steps. Disagree. I like to know the plan again a little bit, at least. Give me a layout. What are we working with? You are more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. Neutral, because I like to take both into consideration. You struggle with deadlines. Agree. Somewhat agree. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Somewhat agree. And then it has me select my gender. So I identify as female. And now we will see results. I'm nervous. Adventurer. I guess. Alright, so it says your personality type is adventurer, ISFP-A. Adventurers are flexible and charming, always ready to explore and experience something new. 28% extroverted. They spelled it extroverted with an A. That bothers me a little bit. Anyways, 28% extroverted and 72% introverted. Introverted individuals often tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. I already knew that part. I am 55% observant and 45% intuitive. Observant individuals are pragmatic and down to earth. They tend to have a strong focus on what is happening or very likely to happen. I agree with that one. I don't agree with the first one, only so far. For nature, it's funny because I'm very close in what I chose, and that's just because I'm indecisive. But I got 53% feeling and 47% thinking. Feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. I agree with that a lot. Tactics, 63% prospecting, 37% judging. Prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and adapting to opportunities. They tend to be flexible, nonconformists who value novelty above stability. 56% assertive and 44% turbulent. Assertive individuals are self-assured, even-tempered, and resistant to stress. They refuse to worry too much and tend to be self-confident when striving to achieve goals. And that's it, guys. So it's ISFP, according to 16personalities.com. I don't know if I agree with it fully. I don't think I'm an adventurer, but I also believe everything I read on the internet, so I don't know. Anyways, that was fun. I've been wanting to do that test for a while, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I am trying to go back to posting every Sunday, but again, as my personality type says, I am a fucking procrastinator, okay? But I have nighttime a little bit more managed, so I think I'll be able to do that. But yeah, other than that, again, I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I hope to see you all in the next one, and like I always say, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here, and not just being here watching this video, but just being here in the world, surviving another day, whatever you had to go through on this Wednesday. Today is Wednesday for me. I hope you got through it okay. I hope it was smooth. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.